Welcome back. So this is today's a weekly off-market listings we have here in North Texas. And today is January 26th, 2020, 2026. Anyway, this video is time sensitive and you're gonna know why once I begin the presentation. So without further ado, let's go ahead and share my screen. And here it is. Okay, this week's boom time listings. Again, we have approximately 17 North Texas boom times that we are promoting our off-market listings on a weekly basis. And here it is. And I have to go pretty quickly on this presentation, and you can do a deep dive on your own once you replay this video and pause a particular screen. All right, so here we are. So each week we have very limited listings. Today we only have 9 listings. Uh, these opportunities came out a few days ago, so I have to believe maybe half of these listings has already been sold uh, and reserved by other savvy investors. So I'm here to establish a VIP list of serious buyers. So if you are one of those individuals, please contact me right away because these deals will be gone in a few days, if not gone already, most, if not all of them. So as you can see, right? So demand is extremely high. By the way, the demand for these turnkey cash flow homes in North Texas come from very savvy investors located in different part of Texas and different part of the country and even overseas. Furthermore, I begin to see more and more of those small hedge funds, those Wall Street institutions. They analyze these kind of deals. They look at the returns, and it meets their buy box. So they are buying these cash flow turnkey properties, all cash, and these small institutions from Wall Street, they're doing this, and then they buy with all cash. Then they create a fractional share ownership, like a mutual funds inside a rental property. So everybody is chasing these kind of deals, and you will see why momentarily. All right. So again, if you are experienced investors, if you have dry powder uh, to pull the trigger, and of course, you is a prime example for you to take advantage of this. And also, even if you're a newbie, that's the biggest challenge for new investors. In my network, I have quite a few, but if you're highly motivated newbie and you're financially qualified and you're motivated, you contact me directly, and you never know, you have an opportunity to do this. So anyway, you snooze, you lose. That's all I can say. So here we are, and let me just continue with this real quick. So like I said, 24 to 48 hours, they will be gone. Tip of the iceberg. This is the benchmark. This is a pro forma, if you will, on a 25% down payment. Again, you can pause the screen on your own. This is a typical positive cash flow, turnkey, new construction, single-family homes spread across amazing, fastest growing housing market in the country, DFW, North Texas. This is a positive cash flow situation. Of course, you get some amazing incentives. Again, most people, even savvy investors, they do not understand how to calculate total return on your investment, especially at the end of the first year. And this is the big picture, high level calculation. I'm not going to go over this because I have done hundreds and hundreds of videos on it. Of course, you can become part of my YouTube video channel subscriber, or better yet, you should subscribe to my email newsletter by entering my website and put your email on there, so you will receive email updates, free membership in my network, in my community, the Year Listed Network. All right, let's continue. Amazing builder incentive. This is historic. Okay, I talked about this many times. Some of these listings can close in March, which is less than 2 months away. But you can reserve it, right? You can, yeah. The best case scenario is you identify the property you want, you qualify, you have pre-approval, you have proof of funds, and then you contact my team in North Texas. Then, hey, then you can reserve, pay your deposit, earnest money deposit. I'm not sure how much is it. It all depends. Around $5,000. Then you can reserve this property, and then once some of this property have March closing, so they are about to be completed. The builder going to make this turnkey, what have you. But anyway, the amazing builders incentives for you: 5.75%, 2% closing cost. First year property management is free. So giving under this best case scenario, the first property we have here in Howe, Texas, which is like 10 miles below Sherman, around 40 miles above DFW. And look at this amazing. Look, I could spend all day talk about these amazing numbers, but I'm not going to. My time is very, very limited. These houses will be gone quickly. Like I said, there are so much fierce competition for this type of amazing cash flow properties. Like I said, you have very savvy, you're competing against savvy investors, Wall Street hedge funds coming into this market, not the big ones, the Wall Street hedge funds. You're not going to compete against invitation homes or homes for rent or this large BlackRock. They are buying in this type of Wall Street institutions. They are buying, $1,000 portfolios, but we don't have 1,000. I mean, 1,000 house portfolios. We don't have 1,000 houses for sale. We only have like 10 per week, maybe even less. Anyway, how very fast growing boomtown. Look at the numbers, almost meeting the 1% rule. For those who don't understand 1% rule, that does not exist in this current market or in the past 3-4 years. The 1% rule doesn't apply, whereby 1% multiplied by the purchase price, and that will be the gross rent, which is this 1% rule will pretty much are extinct in most part of the country, but not here in North Texas. Well, anyway, look at the cash flow, look at the great rent, amazing A class, A minus class location, A minus class tenants. That's all you need to know. Brand new, low to no maintenance the first few years, and stress-free turnkey uh, uh, hands-off investments. If you want a almost passive type of real estate investment, this is it. Okay, okay, okay. Anyway, so here are the numbers, amazing numbers. All right, so look at the cap rate. 6% first year, even more in the subsequent years. And I'm not going to go over the 3-year exit option. Our uh, our partner, our team on the ground are promoting this kind of properties, off-limit properties. Uh, there's a reason why on each of these pro forma, we put in year 1, year 5, and year 10 very conservative projections, as you can see. Okay, I'm not going to go over it, but the year 3 exit option, again, I know some of you can be frustrated. I'm not going to have time to describe this type of numeric projections. But the year 3 exit options, you have the opportunity to cash out, refinance the equity, the presumed equity you're going to obtain, and cash out, refi tax-free loan to buy more properties from your existing property. Not selling anything, tax-free refinance to scale your portfolio over time, every 3 to 5 year period. All right, so second house available also in Howe, net 365K, amazing purchase price. This low price, affordable entry-level cash flow homes is amazing deals you're not going to find anywhere else in the country. Yes, that's right. There are 20,000 cities in the country, and there are 3,000 counties located over the U.S. And you may do your own research in the next 5 to 10 years about which market for you want to buy. But when it comes down to it, you come back to North Texas, DFW, and I challenge you. Hey, you can make a comment below, but you're not going to find anything close to the numbers, to the growth, to the skyrocketing growth of population, job growth, and migration growth here in DFW, North Texas. All right. I talk about this type of contents in YouTube and videos for the past few years. And let me show you some even better numbers. Again, this is the pro forma on the second house. And then the third house is Josephine, Texas. Again, Josephine is like 20 miles east of DFW. And look at this, amazing new construction, A minus class, even A class, probably only 214K. Look at this bedroom count in square footage. Even with an HOA annual of 720, you can cash flow. Look at this. This is not a typo. $743 positive cash flow, net positive cash flow after all the deductions. I kid you not. Some of you still not going to believe me, but it's okay. I'm not here to, I have no time to make you believe me, okay? I have too many buyers, too many investors, savvy investors that are pulling the trigger on these weekly deals, off-market deals. You're not going to find it anywhere else because we have a relationship. For the past 20 years, we have a relationship with the national and local builders in this particular market. Our property management team been around for 20 years. They have managed 1,000 property for out-of-state investors. All right, so they have a track record beyond imagination. Right, amazing track record, amazing credibility, amazing everything. Okay, so turnkey, you can when you buy this, you can set it and forget it, and spend your time doing whatever you enjoy doing, and not get bogged down with a second job or side hustle managing your property. You could spend 1 hour per month managing any of these property, whether you buy one or 50 of these turnkey rental properties, 1 hour per month in managing it. Okay, so you can free time. So you have time freedom to do the things that are important to you for your family and your life. Especially if you have a great full-time job, W-2 job, keep the W-2 job, make this real estate portfolio a side hustle, scaling your portfolio for the next 10, 15, 20 years, and your financial life will be changed forever for you and your family and the next multi-generations. Okay. All right. So and the third property or fourth, I lost count, 214K in Josephine, Texas, 1,800 gross rent, 25% down payment, buyer incentive, and the whopping net monthly cash flow was $743. You can buy any kind of fourplex in the Midwest market with high cash flow on paper. You're not going to have this type of cash flow, all right? But he's more than cash flow in this market in DFW, North Texas. We're talking appreciation potential. I know nobody have a crystal ball, but if you want to do a deeper dive and underwriting in this market, watch all my hundreds of videos I produce on my YouTube channel and on my website and on my weekly email newsletter opportunities and educational content we produce on behalf of our members. We have several thousand members within our community who get educated on a daily and weekly basis about investment opportunities, not just the turnkey properties here in North Texas, but we have several markets that we also promote, like in Florida, Alabama, Oklahoma, and upstate New York. All right. So this is all right. Let me see what else. Again, these numbers are very, very conservative projections. There's not a guarantee deal. Of course, you have to consult with your own financial advisor to determine whether this type of investment opportunities fit within your risk tolerance, your buy box, whatever your criteria is. But hey, when it comes down to turnkey cash flow properties in the path of growth, in anywhere in the country, this is it. The DFW, North Texas. Another single family home property in Josephine, 232K. Look at this, 4 bedroom, 1572. Look at 25% down payment with all the builder incentive. The monthly net cash flow, and sometimes I tend to stutter, is almost $800 monthly net cash flow. Read my lips. This is my 3 words. This is not a typo. This is not too good to be true. Okay. If you want to be skeptical, fine. By all means, I have no time to deal with skeptical people. All right. This is real stuff. Yeah, this kind of information is validated, is substantiated. We have data, we have trends, we have all kind of metrics that support this type of data, this type of growth, this type of projections for the foreseeable future. So again, do your due diligence, do your underwriting, and you can I'm gonna make a believer out of you. But if you wait too long, if you wait more than 1 week, these 9 deals are not gonna be around because we're dealing with some fierce competition for many savvy investors from across Texas and across the U.S. And a lot of my investors come from California and other expensive markets. They are buying out of state, turnkey, cash flow, high returns, low risk, so they can scale their portfolios so they can retire in the next 5, 10, 15 years. This is the whole idea. All right. All right, let's continue. All right, and of course, this is we have pro forma um, to substantiate each listing. Another one in Josephine, Texas. Yeah, that's right, Josephine, boomtown. Like I said, we have 17 boomtowns that we're promoting these opportunities and this kind of deal, which is it once in a lifetime kind of deal? Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. Anyway, this one, 217K, which is absolutely just mind-boggling. Net cash flow 752. Oh my goodness. Look at the numbers. These numbers, do the calculation yourself. 752 minus all the mortgage debt you have to pay, taxes, insurance, property management fee, the whole 9 yards. Look at the cash on cash return. Look at the cap rate. I know some of you don't understand what I mean. Savvy investors understand what I'm talking about. Okay, savvy investors, when I say cap rate 9%, when I say cash and cash return 14% the first year, I mean, you will be, I don't know. I want to see your expression, savvy investors, when you hear a, any kind of new construction properties, single family homes in any good markets, growth markets, suburban fast food market. You don't get cash flow. You don't get that builder incentive. You don't get this kind of 9, 10% capitalization rate and 13, 14% cash on cash return on this high quality A-class asset. All right. All right. I rest my case. Say anymore. Let me see. Okay, now we're back to another boomtown. This new listing just came a few days ago, which is Greenville, right? Right in the DFW Metroplex. Like I said, everything's brand new, coming from our local builders. We built this kind of homes in an infill lot. Okay, no one have access to these kind of deals except people part of my network, right? The Yi Real Estate Network. Okay, this is by being part of a powerful network of like-minded investors, you have access to this type of weekly listings. All right, first come, first serve. As I said, all right, here we go. 224K in Greenville, Texas, another fast-growing boom towns, and monthly net cash flow only 277. But look, cash flow is just one component. We all know that, right? It's all about, it's all about all the multi-dimensional aspect of buying an income property. You have cash flow, you have appreciation potential, you have the tenants paying down your debts, right? Your mortgage, you have amazing tax benefits, which I don't have time to talk about, and the whole 9 yards, right? Multi-dimension aspect of owning an income property is much more beyond the initial first year, first month's cash flow. Over time, as you can see, right, in 10-year mark, based on 5% rent to rate increase, each property you own at the end of 10th year, you can expect to achieve $1,000 monthly cash flow. Just do the math, right? In the future, 10 years from now, if you're able to buy 10 of these properties, in 10 years, you have $1,000 monthly net cash flow. If you need $10,000 to retire, you need to buy 10 of this property, wait 10 years until the net passive income monthly becomes $1,000 each property minimum. All right. And I'm not even talking about the potential for appreciation, the tax benefit, the mortgage debt paid down by your tenants, the whole 9 yards. All right, so let me that's pretty much recent past solar listings. I'll go quickly. This is in the past, like in Princeton, Texas. Look at some of this property in brand new. In Princeton, Texas, 184K, 25% down payment, monthly net cash flow, $511. Okay, another one, Princeton. By the way, Princeton is the fastest growing city in the country. Princeton, Texas, not Princeton, New Jersey. Okay, less than 200 grand, A-class property, the fastest growing city, Princeton, 25% down payment, almost $500 monthly cash flow. This is absolutely incredible. Too good to be true, but it's true. Another one, 214K. Oh my goodness. Monthly net cash flow, 566. This is information of a lifetime. Even savvy investors cannot believe this is true. Look at this. Another one, 232K past listing. This already sold maybe a month ago, perhaps. You look at the rent versus one more thing. All these boom towns, you can do it yourself, you can do your own research. Click on homes.com, the website, homes.com, and just copy and paste the address on a particular property. And homes.com will let you know about the local city. Okay. All these boom towns I'm promoting. When I check the homes.com, the school rating is around B to B plus school rating, and the median price of homes is like 50% higher than the affordable homes that I've been talking about, right? And also there are like 20 to 25% of the demographics in each of these boom towns are renters. So there's a very good ratio of renters versus the homeowners. And let me see what else, other metrics you need to know. Yeah, I mean, all these are good locations, okay? Just because, and oh, right, and the income, the average income of average individual of these boom towns, like 80 to 100 grand, sometimes more. So you have high income families who are moving into all these boom towns from other part of the country to rent your beautiful low cost cash flow homes, and they have more than enough money to pay you 1,900, 2,000, 2,100 dollars in the next few years. So your rent is going to go even higher because there's a massive shortage of homes all across DFW, North Texas, and including all the boom towns that we're promoting. So you think cash flow is exceedingly high, and a cap rate and a cash on cash return, it'll be even higher in the next few years. All right. Wait. Okay. All right. Let me see what else. All right. Another property. Again, this is amazing. 217K, brand new A class location, A class tenant. Okay. I mean, do I need to continue to repeat myself? Monthly net cash flow, giving all the builder incentives and this and that, 602, which is absolutely incredible. Look at this cash on cash return. Again, Josephine. Look, it's a small little boom town, right? But look at the changes. Look at the sense. Look, I'm not going to discuss this. Look at the 1% unemployment rate. Jobs, 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 high income jobs, amazing jobs, population, job growth, and migration growth. Nothing more I need to say. So if that's the fundamentals we all look for as real estate investors. And hometowns everywhere in DFW. In fact, the top 10, according to U.S. Census Bureau, of the top, 30 or top 50 fastest growing cities in the country, according to U.S. Census Bureau, 20 to 30% of those listings will come from DFW. I say it again. There are 20,000 cities in the country. There are 3,000 counties in the country, and the boom towns I just shared with you consist of like 30% of the list of the fastest growing boom towns in the country, which is historic and is unbelievable. I've been a real estate investor for more than several decades, and I have never seen a housing market of this vibrant, this strong, and the future is so amazing. All right, so all this background on some of these boom towns, Josephine and Greenville, the demographics, millennials are coming into this metroplex. Okay, look at the backward. Anyway, I'm done. Okay, so again, my system. We've been doing this for a long time. My company. We okay. This is what we do. All right. Look at this. Pause the screen. You have three options. Do nothing. Do something on your own. Do it yourself, which is very difficult. We have vetted the market, not just in DFW, but the last option, the best option, work with us. Use our turnkey approach where you can buy as many properties you want in the next 5, 10, 15 years and hold it for the long term and spend 1 to 2 hours per month, not per day, not per week, in so-called managing your real estate portfolio. Why? Because everything's done for you. We have one professional team on the ground will do everything for you. No talents, no toilets, no stress, or maybe a little bit of stress. Okay, contact me for consultation. At the end of the day, live your life on your own terms, control your financial destiny. And finally, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and join our email newsletter to become a free member of my network, the yearrealestatenetwork.com. You can join a growing community of like-minded real estate investors. And here's my complimentary contact information. All right, so that's all I have to say. And I gotta go. And next week we'll come back with another off-market listings. They will go within 24 to 48 hours. That's how it is. This is this playground. This is the playground of DFW North Texas, right? If you like it, if you're motivated about it, if you see the trajectory, if you're committed to your financial well-being, and you have the capital, you're ready to deploy the capital immediately before all these deals are gone, okay? Before the prices continue to rise, and more and more investors going to compete against you in the foreseeable future, starting right now, the springtime, right? Anyway, that's all I have to say. Hope you enjoyed this presentation. This is SeeWing Yi from the Yi Real Estate Network. I will see you on the next video later this week and next week. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Good luck.